Hey guys, welcome to your latest edition of Travel Confessions of a Cubicle Dweller. Hey boys and girls, I just listened to the playback of the intro and I realized it's probably a little loud. So I hope I've adjusted it. If not, you're with the girl. Just turn your volume down a little bit. How's everyone doing this morning? And in real time, there's a nasty little dangerous hurricane out there. So if anybody listening is in the wake of that thing, please be careful. I hope you either evacuate it or hunker down. And of course, what good is riding out a hurricane without hurricane snacks? But on the serious side, I hope you guys are being really, really careful. That joker's apparently no joke, right? So before we get into it, some housekeeping things. I don't think I've done that in a while, but so web addresses are secured, but of course, I still haven't set up the email addresses. So if you want to reach out to me, the best way at this moment is to hit me up on Instagram through cubicle_dweller or drop a note in the comments. I read everything. Y'all know that. And since we're talking about IG, if you've been on there, you'll see there's some new merch. I'm trying to stay up to date. I just recently got back from Cancun, so there are pictures and things from that. I still need to upload, some video, but we're pretty up to date. The merch is out, so you'll definitely see it there. If you click the link tree in the bio, it has the store address. And I wanted to do a point of clarification about the podcast too, because today's episode kind of falls into that category, right? So, most of the time, the mantra is always going to link to a travel experience, right? Other times, it will be a life experience, like today. But what it'll always be, I think, it'll always be entertaining, and it'll always be informative. So this is a travel blog, a lifestyle blog, podcast, whatever. So we talk about a lot of different things, and sometimes, I don't want to say life gets in the way, but a perfect situation to link a mantra to a life situation is something that just recently happened. But I think, in this day and age, I think it's something that a lot of people are struggling with. So, before we get into the podcast, boys and girls, we're going to get into the mantra. And it's kind of long, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it after we do it as well. So, the mantra today is, I am glad I have friends who are happy for me without expectations. I know, guys, it was long, it's a mouthful, but it's meaningful and impactful. So hopefully you take a couple of seconds and you think about what that means in your own life, and you think about the people that are surrounding you. So let's say it one more time. Breathe it in. I am glad I have friends who are happy for me without expectations. Alrighty, so I've been wrestling with, again, this is something, like I said, this is something that's really recent, but I've been wrestling with if I wanted to cover this topic on my podcast, as I am in my real life. I'm very transparent with people, and basically what you see is what you get. And so in my, deliberations of whether I wanted to talk about this or not publicly, I kept seeing other little mantras and other little things, like on Twitter/X. Does anybody really call it X? But anyway, that kind of reinforced it. Like this morning, I saw one that talked about, they literally used the word expectations in the thing about people in their peer group and that they were hanging out with. And there was another one that just talked about surrounding yourself. And I'm sorry, guys, my other phone is on, and so that's the notification bell you're hearing. I apologize. But they talked about, forcing yourself to be in a situation that have people around you that don't mean you any good. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's the universe, the sign, telling me that this is a good topic for today. Anyway, and it has to do with this podcast, believe it or not. This little podcast like broke up a friendship in quotes and like solidified a new friendship. Okay, so let's talk about it. As I mentioned to you guys, and one day it'll probably be a podcast, but I ain't ready to really talk about it right now. So I was going through this issue. I was injured on a job. I was going through this issue. It is finally resolved. Twice in a week's time, I had somebody who I considered to be a friend reach out to me about some financial help. And while I didn't tell the person no, I did tell the person that I found it interesting that, okay, she has a podcast and a business and all that good stuff. And she doesn't support me. Like, she doesn't share my stuff. She hadn't shared any of my content in a very long time. And so I made the decision last year that I was going to stop supporting her. I'm just like, I never asked you for $1. I just need you to, share on your page to your friends. And we talk about different things. She's more of an entertainment person, and I'm travel, lifestyle, all this good stuff, right? And she couldn't even do that, guys. So I just kind of respond to her text, and I just explain that to her. Like, yo, like, this is all I've ever would have asked of you, and I can't see you do that. Now, guys, listen, I'm old enough to know that I already knew what her response was going to be. And if you're listening to this, you already know what her response was going to be. So she replies back, oh my God, friend, never mind, God got me. I never knew you felt that way. By the way, I did share your podcast. Yeah, you did one time. I never said you didn't. What I said was, it's been since forever since you had. And then, guys, so she ends this text exchange with, oh my God, friend, I love you. Thank you for, all that you've done for me and my family. I'm like, bet, love you back. Guys, this is somebody I've known for about 28 years of my life. I went to high school with this person. So, not 12 hours later, y'all, she posts a message on her Facebook page, and she says, it's funny how you could tell how a person acts when they, one, lose weight, two, get money. So, one, I'm like, well, thank you. I've been working really hard to get the pounds off, so I'm glad you noticed. But then it pissed me off, right? Because I'm only human. But I'm like, you talking all this stuff on the back end, but you saying all this other stuff on the front end. And so my thing is, if you gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. Tell everything. Don't tell the parts that make you look like a victim and make me look terrible. Tell how I helped you the last 6 times. And tell how I helped you the last time I helped you when your husband was in the hospital. The first time. And I told you don't worry about paying me back until he gets on his feet. If paying me back is going to take money out of your household and take food out of your kids' mouth. Guess what, guys? Still haven't been paid back for that. But that's cool. Not really pissed off about it. So, if you know me in real life, y'all, I'm really very petty. So I went to my Facebook and I was like, yo, I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3 friend. If you want to what you don't want is to make an enemy out of me. And if you want to make an enemy out of me, I got receipts. Let's go. They don't play with me. Y'all know that Facebook meme. It's like people want you to look like the villain in that story. That's fine. But tell the truth, friend. Tell the truth. Tell the truth if I helped you out over the years. Because my thing is, I'm just going to screenshot your text messages and post it and be like, that's not what you said last night. So it's funny how you woke up this morning and thought you wanted to go on a little kiki. So, obviously, guys, that's the decimation of that friendship. But then, like I said, I just keep seeing all these other things that come around that tie to that. Another, like, a minister friend that I have, she posted this thing like, don't burn bridges from people you might need later in life. And like, yeah, you just burnt this bridge. And like I said, I'm petty, yo. You can't come back here for help. Like, that bridge is burnt. It's gone. You threw it blew up like the goddamn Tropicana last night. And speaking of the Tropicana, you guys go watch that video. I was a little disheartened to hear that they were destroying the Tropicana because it's so much history, but the send-off was incredible. I mean, they had like fireworks and a drone show and all this kind of stuff. So you should go check that out. I don't work for anybody in Vegas, but as I always say, if you know somebody, I would love to like market Vegas. But Vegas is pretty much marketed. But anyway, I would love to be involved with them in some kind of way, some kind of capacity. So if you got some connects, like, hook a girl up. But it's an incredible show. It's one of, like, just super incredible. Anyway, so we're going to fast forward to another friend of mine. And she's somebody that I haven't met her personally, but I met her a few years ago when I was going through some transitional stuff. And she's actually a women's empowerment business coach type person, and I had a discovery call with her, and we just really connected and became fast friends. And I just have never been to her area, and so I've never met with her, but I would love to meet her in person. She knows this. I'm going to drop her name. I typically don't drop names, guys, but I'm going to drop her name because she's a worthy person, and she's definitely worth a follow. Her name is Christina Fontana, Fontana. And so she had posted on her Facebook page something about do it scared, like, right, like, whatever you're going through, like, do it scared. So of course I chimed in, and I'm like, yo, I have a podcast episode called Do It Scared, Do It Messy, and if y'all are following, I know you've heard it. If you haven't, you probably should go listen to it. It's pretty good, although I think all of my podcasts are good, right? But so anyway, I just kind of mentioned it to her. Didn't even think twice about it. She followed back up. I'm like, hey, what's the name of your podcast? So I tell her, what is it, boys and girls? Travel Confessions of a Cubicle Dweller. Anyway, throughout, and guys, mind you, this is all happening like almost simultaneously, right? Like, literally fighting with an ex-friend about like how you don't support what I do, and then like talking to this person about just go listen to the podcast. Wanted nothing from her. Just was like, I've got this great podcast episode called Do It Scared, Do It Messy. Talks about exactly the same thing, you know. So she sends me a message and she's like, oh my god, like, I love your podcast. Like, on the way to doggy daycare and regular daycare, me, her cute little baby. So if you follow her on Facebook, guys, her baby is adorable. She's like, me, my cute little baby, and my little dog, we listen to you on the way to daycare. And again, guys, y'all know these episodes ain't that long. They're about 15 minutes. So you can, you know, get through all of them. And again, y'all know I'm working on consistency. But you can get through all of them in probably like an hour or two, right? Anyway, so she's like, oh my god, love it, blah, 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 blah. And then she asked me for my address. And I'm like, okay, I didn't think twice about it. She also has written a few books, so I just figured maybe she was going to send me a book or something. Anyway, she ends up, long story short, I'll cut out all the stuff, but if you follow her on Facebook, you'll see my post to her. But she sends me a crown, and it's so remarkable that this person, again, that I have not met face to face in my real life, thought about me in this way and appreciated and found value in what I wrote, right? Or what I not wrote, I'm sorry, and what I, you know, what my podcast is about. And I just thought that was really dope. But I was like, literally fighting both of these things, or dealing with both of these things in the same week, is just powerful and transformational, like, all within itself. And so I'm like, that's how you show up for a friend, right? Like, that's how you show up. And I said that in my little post. I'm like, it's not just straightening another woman's crown. It's buying a woman a crown if she needs one. And it was just so powerful. It was so impactful. And, you know, look, I tell people, I have my own doubts with certain things. And I know I probably come across, especially if you know me in real life, is just completely confident and control person. But it's like, nah, I have moments where I'm like, man. And so honestly, a few years ago, probably 10 years ago, I would have been like, knowing that my friend was hurt, I would have questioned like, oh man, you shouldn't have said that to her. And guys, I might have even apologized to this girl. But today, at the ripe old age of 46, I'm like, no, I'm entitled to speak my truth. And if me speaking my truth makes me a bad friend to you, then we don't need to be friends, right? We just don't need to be friends. So, one last thing, guys, before I wrap it up, because we're in the 15-minute mark. I've talked to you guys a lot about my friend Bill, and he's been a great guy. Like I said, he's somebody I met years ago, decades ago, actually, in another life, another career, everything, and you circle back with people, right? So we're reconnected again, and we've been having these conversations about being very intentional about the type of people that we allow in our life. Remember, I told you, I just saw a message this morning that was talking about I'm intentional about who I have in my life. And again, it's without expectations. They're just good people because they want to be good people. They just want to be around you because they just want to be around you. They're not trying to get something out of you. They just want you to be happy. I posted something on my Facebook page and it said, be around people. Surround yourself with people who want more for you, not more from you. Right? Like, and so, I talked to Bill the other day, and I hadn't really told him what was going on, and so I told him everything that was going on. He was like, wow, friend, like, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, like, it is crazy. And like I said, these are the people that I've known for a long time. So it's like, if I gotta watch out for you, and I've known you for like half my life, Jesus, like, that makes you skeptical about most other people, right? But, like I said, he's been on his journey. And again, he's going to be on the show, guys. And he'll tell you all about his incredible journey. Just know that he was in Costa Rica like 3 weeks ago. And he was on a boat. And they were fishing and caught fresh tuna. And he had sashimi on the boat. Like right there. I ain't going to tell y'all no more. I'm trying not to be envious. Joking, envious. That's my friend. I want nothing but the best for anybody I consider friend. So yeah, so he like doubles back, he follows up, and he's like, yo, remember, we keep talking about intentionality, and we keep talking about the people that we choose to be in our lives. And I'm like, yo, I'm not really upset that I've lost this person that I thought was my friend, because I see that you don't care about me. You only care about yourself. You're selfish. So I'm not upset about it. Again, she's going to need me before I need her. And that's not being said in an evil or malicious way. It's just the way life happens. And I'm going to be the only person that probably can help you in that situation. But guess what? You've burnt this bridge. And so I don't owe you a thing. Or as somebody said today, though, actually, like, she wishes people would stop saying you don't owe them anything. She's like, yeah, you owe to confront them when they disrespect you. And I thought, oh, that's a different, interesting way of looking at it, because typically I'm always like, people don't owe you a thing and I don't owe them a thing. But anyway, so yeah, let me wrap this up with Bill. I'm rambling, guys. Y'all know how I do. But anyway, so he's like, yeah, like, this is what I'm talking about, being intentional. And he's like, I've surrounded myself with these kind of people. He's a health coach. He's a this and that. So it's like, either I'm around my mentors, or I'm around people who's trying to enjoy life, or, we're going to do some things together because we enjoy traveling and seeing the world and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what I want to say to you guys. It is completely okay to let go of whatever no longer serves you. Whether there's a hairstyle, an outfit, or a person, guys. And if someone isn't being loyal to you, they don't deserve your loyalty. And not that you need it, but I give you permission today to let go of that person without feeling guilty. I mean, I feel like, we're in this age where everybody talks about the toxicity of people and this, that, and the third. And we do hold on to things a lot longer than we need to. There's another friend I let go probably 10 years ago. And I love her. I adore her. But I feel like I held on to her a little too long as well. And I get it. We're creatures of habit. This person, the person you're probably holding on to as well, has been in your life forever and a day, and it just feels crazy to think about that person's not going to be in your life, guys. But let me tell you something. What I can absolutely guarantee you of is that you will find better people on the other side. You will find your tribe. You will find your people, your person that will be happy for you just because you're you, and they don't expect anything out of that. They're not standing next to you with their hand out. They're not sitting next to you because they know you're about to be the next millionaire. So they're like, oh, when she gets some, I get some. Like, nah. They want you to be happy just because you're their friend. And to all my friends listening, who are just truly happy for me without expectation, thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. And we've had some of these conversations, and so they know that I'm genuine when I say that. Because like I said, the last 3 years have been kind of crazy. So I appreciate the phone calls, the texts, the checkups and check-ins, and how you doing today, girl, blah, 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 blah. Really, I do. But you get your houses in order, y'all. Like, don't wait till the new year to cut them jokers loose. Cut them loose today. You'll feel much better. And you'll be really, like, surprised. Because I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. You'll be surprised how just, you'll feel better. You'll be like, why didn't I do this sooner? You know? Anyway, guys, I think that's a good stopping point. Again, if you are in the path of Hurricane Milton, or you have loved ones in the path of Hurricane Milton, please be careful. Please stay safe. Do what you need to do to protect yourself, your pets, your family, important documents that you need, all that good stuff. I live in a hurricane town too, so I completely get it. We just went through Beryl earlier this year, so earlier in the season. But please, 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 stay safe and be careful. With that being said, boys and girls, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy and safe travels.